Hey Run Junkies, welcome back to Runners Without Limits TV, and we are headed back to Rundisney with the 2021 Wine and Dine Half Marathon Weekend event. The digital event guide has posted over on the Rundisney website, and you can check out my breakdown of that guide by clicking on the card. That link is also in the description. Today, though, we are going to have an in-depth look at our race courses, start lines, and finish areas. Now, a couple of quick things before we get started on the race course breakdown. If this is one of your first races back after a while, after the last couple of years, or your first Rundisney event, please take a look at that digital guide itself. It's very important. The link is in the description for that. There are a few changes to what we might be used to, so these events are going to look a little different than in years past. That means if you are a Rundisney veteran, we may be sailing some unfamiliar waters here a little bit. So please pack your patience, thank the volunteers, and we will all navigate this return to racing safely. Now, I don't work for Rundisney. I don't get a kickback for doing these videos. I just want to give you as much insight as my experience allows. Let me highlight some of the most significant changes that I've seen so far. First off, you are going to be assigned a start group designated on your bib by the letter S and then a number. You will see this when I show you the start staging area here in a minute, but basically Rundisney, it doesn't look like they're using the same corral system as they have in the past, meaning I don't believe we're going to be standing in large, compact groups for a long time. So they may keep people spread out until they can start people running. The second thing is the 10K is very different this year. We go through both Hollywood Studios and Epcot. I'm very excited about this, so stay tuned, stick around, it's coming up here pretty quick. Third thing, this is big. The course fuel has changed. At mile 8 on the half marathon course, you will find Honey Stinger Energy Chews. These are different than what we've been offered in the past, which are those sport beans. So if you haven't been training with this, or if you don't like those chews, or you don't know if it's going to work for you, please make sure you bring your own fuel source. The guide does sort of state this specifically. You will get Powerade at the finish line, which means that there's Powerade on the course as well. So let me break down each course kind of turn by turn. I'm going to point out some choke points as I see them, but I had some trouble with the color scheme on these maps, so I hope it makes sense to you. Let's get into the guide. All right, so let's go into the course maps right now. Go to the events page, and the Wine and Dine Half Marathon Weekend, you can go into Runner, Info, or Expo to find the digital event guide. So I'm going to click right here on Rundisney Events. There is a drop-down menu to take you directly there, or you can go to this page. Let's start with the 5K. Friday, November 5th, 2021, race start and finish is in the Epcot parking lot. Official race start is at 5 a.m. So let's go to the start staging map first. Wine and Dine 5K starting groups. This is going to be a little different than corrals, okay? This kind of looks a lot like corrals. You're going to come in from the buses from here, go through the security checkpoint here. This is your finish line area. This will be entertainment and gear bag check and all of that stuff over here. Then you will be taken into the runner's entrance by starting group. They're not going to just open up the floodgates and let everybody in and just stand in these groups a little, at the beginning of the race. They're probably going to take people in, trickle them in a little bit at a time, start them off, and kind of spread people out a little bit. So that is the 5K start area. Not much to it. I think we're going to learn a lot with this event. Let's go to the course map for the 5K. So as you saw where we were earlier, your start is right here. So you're going to come out here and then you're going to go along the road. There's kind of an access road here, very similar to previous 5Ks. In fact, it's exactly the same as the previous 5Ks that are at Epcot. If you've ever done one, you know pretty much what we're talking about. You're going to come back in. There's all the way down the road here, there is a gate. There's a kind of a guard gate. You're going to go past here, go backstage to mile 1. This really is pretty standard for what the 5K courses have been. You're going to duck under test track. This is all backstage. Then you're going to come out of the course between Mexico and Norway. Again, pretty standard. Then you're going to go around World Showcase. Just keep on trucking through the entire World Showcase until you get to Morocco. This is very different, and I'm kind of excited about it. So you will come in, you're going to duck backstage behind Morocco to the water stop. Then you're going to come underneath the Skyliner and past Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. So this is all new back in here, you guys. This is kind of exciting. Then you're going to come out of France across the bridge to Mile 2. Then out the International Gateway, as we've done in the past, past the Skyliner station again, backstage again, then popping back out between the UK and the World Showcase Pavilion. Then past Canada, so you'll go out past Journey into Imagination, the land, the seas, and then, this is kind of fun, you're going to go underneath Spaceship Earth and then out and to the finish line. This is kind of exciting. I'm really excited that this 5K doesn't have like a bunch of weird out and backs. So this is going to be a fun race course, you guys. Very excited for this. All right, let's go to the finish staging map here really quick because this is going to be important for the rest of your races. So right here, you have your finish line. You're going to come out here. There are going to be spectators in these blue areas here, spectators here. You're going to pick up your medals as you go. The Advent Health area here is if you need ice or any other medical attention. That's right here. This is also where you're going to pick up either cool towels or Mylar blankets. Long walk past the water and Powerade station right here, you guys. And then if you have done a challenge medal, you will pick that up right here. You will pick up snacks and food here, probably your plastic cheese if they still have it. Then you will come right back out here to the gear bag check. You're going to pass the gear bag check on your way out. So this right here is where you're going to find your family. This is kind of the reunion area here. You will also see big flags, so you can tell your family to meet you under one of these flags. There are going to be food and beverage. This is where your beer tent is. You might see some other merchandise over here in another tent, and your entertainment area is going to be over here. Event resort transportation is going to be here. This is how you get from the finish line to your resort hotel. So that was the 5K. Let's go to the 10K. Saturday, November 6th, 2021, start in Magic Kingdom parking lot. Your race finish will be in Epcot. So it's a point-to-point race. Official race start is at 5 a.m. So let's go to the start staging map. This is going to apply to both the 10K and the half marathon. So I'm just going to go through it once. So you will get dropped off right here at Event Resort Transportation. This is your drop-off location, and where you will, if you are a spectator, where you will take the bus back to Epcot. Resorts, rideshare, guest walking path, that's all kind of set aside. You will go through security right here. There's other information along this area here. So it looks like this is much different, you guys, than what we know about the November and the April events. So really make sure that you understand what's happening here. But your entertainment is now on this side as opposed to this side. You're still kind of going, flowing this direction to the start line, but then they're going to start calling starting groups by S number. So S1 will go to the start line first, S2, and so on. So just kind of be flexible here. Make sure you're paying attention to what's happening with the entertainment. They probably will announce that here. Then your start line, and then we will go to the 10K course map. So here is the difference between the 2021, this year's 10K, and what we've seen previously with the 10Ks for both Wine and Dine and the April event, the Star Wars weekends. I did not care for those events previously, so here we have the difference between the two. Just a quick overview of what they've changed. So instead of this kind of back and forth up here, you go straight out to the highway. Then instead of hitting the first loop, you hit the second loop down here. Instead of this choke point here and a hairpin turn and an uphill, all within a mile, you go straight into Hollywood Studios and then out to the finish. You're kind of doing your regular loop. So now what they have taken, I guess the drawback would be that you're taking out the World Showcase Tour. However, I do like that they've kind of changed it up this year. So let's break down this 10K, the 2021 10K. Like I said, you know your start line up here at the Magic Kingdom TTC parking lot. You have one little quick back and forth, but then you are out on the highway for a good 3 miles. This is nice and flat and straight, and it's one big thing. You don't have any choke points. It's going to be wide open. It's a great place for you to kind of get some momentum going. Then once what I like here, you hit a water stop and you go up a hill. So this water stop will be at the bottom of a hill. This is just a real quick hill. It's steep, but you can either walk up it or charge it. I like to charge that hill and get it over with. Then you are into Hollywood Studios. Now this is going to be, it's just kind of a tease. You're in Hollywood Studios. You come down a hill here and then past Tower of Terror, duck into Sunset Boulevard past Rock and Roller Coaster. Then you're straight out the backstage door up to this boardwalk area. So where you had wide open space on the first 3 miles, you're going to get kind of choked down into after mile 4. This area in here is really narrow along this walkway between Hollywood Studios and the boardwalk here. You're going to go up and over the hill to Yacht and Beach Club resorts where you're going to hit the 5-mile marker. But once you come past the Skyliner, you're going to hit a water stop right behind the UK Pavilion. You will pop out between the UK right past the red phone boxes, and right next to the World Showcase Pavilion. You will go through Canada, then out past Journey into Imagination, the Land, the Seas. Then, like the 5K, you're going to come out past Spaceship Earth, then up and under it, and then make your final turn toward the finish line. I am really excited about this course, you guys. But what do you think? I'd love to hear about it. Let's move on to the half marathon. Sunday, November 7th. Official race start is at 5 a.m. You start in the Magic Kingdom parking lot, finish in the Epcot parking lot. We've already showed you the start staging map. So here is the Wine and Dine half marathon course. It is exactly the same course throughout up until you get to mile 12. I think there's one difference early in the race, but the entire course is the same as it was in 2019, and I believe before that as well. So let's run through this course real quick. Okay, again, you've got the start line up here at the Magic Kingdom parking lot. You're out and do a kind of a quick jog around, and then this is all backstage here. This is kind of an access road for cast members. They close all of this down, and it's pretty dark back here, so just keep your head on a swivel and pay attention. But it is pretty wide open. It's a 2-lane road, and they do have some entertainment and other things going on back here. Once you hit past mile 3, this is just a quick out and back that I believe they just added because they needed to get the distance accurate. So it's just a quick out and back. You'll see the turnaround there, and then you will come down into Animal Kingdom. You're going to go back past the Animal Kingdom back here. You'll come in through an access road through Harambe Market in Africa. You're going to go past Lion King Theater here, down the hill. So this is a real quick downhill coming past the river, but then it goes back uphill again. It's right here. You're going to go downhill here and then back uphill into Pandora, the world of Avatar. The only thing about this is that it's narrow, and sometimes if it's wet, it can be slippery. Be careful coming in here. Again, a quick downhill and a quick back uphill coming into and out of Pandora. Across into Discovery Island. You're going to go across the bridge again into Asia, past Kali River Rapids, up and around Expedition Everest. This is mile 5. You're going to come out through Dino Land and then a quick downhill. Now there's a water stop here at the bottom of the hill here before you take a quick turn. Once you're out here, you do your big loops around the Animal Kingdom parking lot here, aid station, then you come across the water stop as soon as you come out of the Animal Kingdom parking lot. You have a slight, ever so slight uphill as you come past the water park here. Your food stop, this is what I was telling you earlier. The food stop is Honey Stinger Energy Chews. These are the gummies that I was telling you about. So if you're used to something else, make sure you have it on you. Or if you miss those Jelly Belly Sport Beans, you can bring those along. So your water and food stop here, and then a straight shot up the highway. Then you take the off-ramp, go up and over the highway. This is kind of a fun photo stop here, just to see all of the people coming up the highway toward Hollywood Studios here. Then you turn into Hollywood Studios. There are way too many bubbles here, so let's go over to the breakout map. You're going up this hill, again, like with the 10K, this is a quick uphill. You can charge it or walk it, and come down the hill into, past Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, up Sunset Boulevard, quick backstage, and then you pop right back out again. Now, this is very similar to pretty much the end of almost every race here at Disney. You have this sidewalk up between Disney Hollywood Studios Skyliner and the boardwalk. You're going to take a right-hand turn and go around the boardwalk. The boardwalk is kind of slippery when it's wet, so please be careful. Up and over the bridge, then backstage past the Skyliner station here at Epcot. After you come out between the UK Pavilion and World Showcase Pavilion, you will take a right-hand turn and take a tour around almost the entirety of World Showcase. Now, they've opened this back up again, so we can go back down this main thoroughfare. We're going to duck back in toward Mission Space and Test Track and the Guardians ride, all that great stuff. Then we're going to take a quick U-turn here under Spaceship Earth and then out to the finish line. Now, this is a little different than it was in 2019 because of the construction that was all in here that kind of didn't allow us to go through Future World, but now we can, so that's really exciting. That is the half marathon course. So let's go back to the 2-course challenge real quick. This is, you have to pick up a bib for this. Again, all rules apply, but that is the 10K and the half marathon. Then this will have pretty much all of your reminders that you can also find on the reminders tab that I talked about in the other video. Then let's go to post-race party. This is Sunday, November 7th at 9:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Early entry into Epcot will start at 5 p.m. So this is, the official party starts after Harmonious, which is the new show, the new fireworks show at Epcot. If you have signed up for the half marathon or the challenge, then you automatically get to go to that. You have a ticket for this post-race party. You can also purchase post-race party tickets. I believe at the time of this filming, it is not actually, in fact, this isn't even accurate information. It says, sorry, this site has expired. However, if you are over on the Run Disney main event page for the Wine and Dine Half Marathon, it says register now, so you can actually purchase post-race party tickets, all that great stuff. So that is available, and it has all the information here. The post-race party is an after-hours event, and all of the event details are in here if you want to take a look at that, but I'm not going to spend too much more time on that because that is it for the for the Wine and Dine half marathon weekend. This is very exciting. That is going to do it for the course map breakdown. But what do you think? What are you most excited about? What are you looking forward to on these courses? Please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions in the box below. Please also hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. And subscribe so you can follow along as we head back to in-person racing again. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, you have no limits. Happy running.